Sawadee krap. Hello and welcome to a Singaporean in Chiang Mai. After getting the land and nailing down the house design, it is time to hand it over to the contractor to have the house built. We shall go through how the ties put the foundation into the ground. For single and double story houses, there is no pounding of pillars into the ground, no boring of deep tunnels for the pillars to submerge in. And yet, the way they do it, it is cheaper and makes so much more sense as it can sway with the earthquake that rocks the country every so often. This is a piece of land that I managed to obtain. To the right is the wall of my neighbor, and to the left, front and back are paddy fields. As the land used to be a paddy field, it is lower than the roads and houses around. The landowner agreed to top it up with soil as part of the deal. Don't ask me why they use different color soils. After leveling, it looks like this. It is taken from the side with my back to the wall. Yes, the view is what helps us decide to take it and build our own house. By the time we got approval to start building, almost 4 months went past and they have already smoothed the land. They mark out the boundary where my house should fit in and then started measuring. This small orange gadget is a modern survey tool. It's where this guy at the center sits and it shoots out a laser beam and can accurately measure the distance and angle. And after marking where the pillar should be, a much bigger white square is painted onto the ground. These white squares will be the foundation of my house.
They're digging a hole now. Lots of big holes. These holes are for my pillar. Every square hole will be dug out for the foundation of the house.
The backhoe is able to dig precisely following the white square markings. This is important, otherwise the earlier survey measurements would have gone to waste. The square holes are all evenly dug with the same depth. One can see different layers of soils. Note, soil in Thailand tend to be clayish, especially so for paddy fields. At this point, the land is very uneven due to the soil that was dug out from the square holes. Do note, they are running a green line across, and these are guides used to align the center of the holes. Then, metal frames for the pillars are constructed. Note the base of the frame. After putting it into the hole, it stands straight up. They are then kept upright with the help of bamboo poles. You can see the base of the frame that is resting at the bottom of the square holes. And you can see how they use the bamboo pole to hold the vertical pillar frames in place. The bamboo is soaked a little bit in the water to prevent the end from splitting. Then you find that the bamboo pole is actually has to be placed securely. Otherwise, if it shift, the whole pillar metal frame will also shift. So ensure the bamboo pole is stable. A rock is put on top of it to prevent it from moving. Then fine wires or thin wires are strapping the bamboo pole to the metal frame. All this work just to ensure that the metal frame is stable before they pour concrete down to harden the base. Yes, all this is done and then you use once only. By this time, 1 week has gone by. They started pouring cement into the square hole to make a concrete base. and at the same time fix the wooden boards as guide for the vertical pillars. Cement are then poured into the wooden guide. Wooden rods are then pushed against the wooden guides on all sides to keep it vertical. After the wooden boards are removed, they start to fill back the holes. This part is very manual and hard labor. Some of the holes are waterlogged from previous days' rain. This is clayish soil and the water do not drain off so easily. These two guys are busily trying to shovel in hard, dry sand back into this wet, muddy hole. And down there, the other three guys are shoveling sand into small pails to slowly fill back this hole. That's very tedious work. I believe this is the last of the hole. Once they are done, everything is leveled nicely. Eventually, enough soil is put back in to level up, and one can see a semblance of a house from the pillars. Just by digging holes into the ground, this is how a pillar is kept stable. First, cement is poured into the ground to form the base concrete, and then the vertical pillar is formed. The base and part of the pillar is below ground, and after filling it back with soil, all we see is a pillar sticking out. But how stable can this be? Do note that the ground in Thailand are not solid hard, hence pounding a pillar in does not help. They have found that this is the easiest and most effective way. For double-story house, the hole for the pillar is just dug deeper. Also, there's one more step to make all the pillars strong. Let's go and look at that now. Notice the cement lining on the ground joining some of the pillars. This is the perimeter of the house. Cement blocks were laid as a base. This is obviously not strong, but wait, it is only used as support. Before proceeding further, they are checking the distance between each pillar to make sure it falls within the architecture drawing specs. I wonder what they will do if it is out of alignment. Wooden bridges are then built, connecting the pillars to each other. Quite a bit of effort is put in here. Pipes are pounded into the ground for support, and the wooden bridges are nailed down to make sure it does not shift out. I wonder what these bridges are for. From the way it is built, these wooden bridges must be able to support something heavy. By this time, 2 weeks have gone by. When I saw the black wooden board being laid, I knew it was for cement. And as expected, metal frames were fabricated and laid horizontally across, not just above the cement perimeter, but also above the wooden bridges. They are all attached to each other, especially to the pillars. Just fixing and binding the metal frames with each other took another week, and we have just ended the 3rd week. The guide boards are mounted at the side. These also took a while to complete. Big wooden pegs are hammered into the ground to ensure the guide boards remain in place. Cement can then be poured in. After 2 days, the wooden boards are removed. And voila! Pillars are now joined horizontally. Clearing the materials took another day or so. And although this horizontal concrete will be below ground, they are painting it. I believe this is waterproof paint to protect and keep the concrete dry. And back to some engineering. From the top view, the dark blue are the main vertical pillars, and the lighter blue are the base of the pillar, which is underground. Then horizontal concrete beams are constructed to join all the pillars together to make it one solid piece. Now, if the pillars have to move, all the pillars will move as one whole, and it will not be easy to move it. And secondly, even if it moves, as in the recent earthquake, they all move as one solid piece, thus keeping the entire house structure intact, not a single crack. All of this took only 4 weeks. I was rather impressed. This session is all about engineering and why these foundations are suitable for Thailand, where the soil is soft and one cannot rely on pounding pipes into the ground. In the next session, we shall look at building of the main backbone of the house, which is above ground. My contractor promised me he can complete the construction in 4 months. In Thailand, this is possible, but unfortunately, I did not have that luxury. That will be the story for the next few videos. Till then, see you in the next session. เจอกัน Sischana. I am glad you watched till the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. It will help me tailor my future videos better. Do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. It is called Singaporean in CM. Have a nice day.